So I have my buddy here, Mike. I just met Mike at the airport,
Literally.
Gatwick. Literally.
2-3 hours ago.
And me and him connected so much in regards to just like traveling, way of life, and just, overall just thinking wise. And I just thought it would be really cool if I could hear your story just in terms of like, what made you started traveling? Like, why did you start traveling?
Good question. I think so. When I went to Barcelona, I always wanted to explore like the world.
Yeah.
New York is one thing. A lot of us we kind of sit in a bubble, and I always wanted to explore. I wanted to see like what world is out there, like different cultures. I love meeting people, so
Yeah.
I love like figuring out what they think, like how they think, what they think about.
Yeah.
What can I learn from them? And then just kind of adapt and then see if like I can apply that to my life. Like I love asking people like, what is like the biggest lesson you've learned of life, or what's your philosophy of life? Because you kind of see like how people live, and then with that I try to see if I can adapt it or if I can like learn something from it. So that is what made me want to travel. So I lived in Barcelona for 6 months, and then that's when I was hit with the travel bug, and then I wanted to go everywhere. I wanted to just like, every city, every place is an excitement. I want to just do everything, learn everything, meet new people,
Same
be spontaneous, be in the moment.
Same here.
So
I like that. And it actually turns out that he's from the same area I'm from, which is the Bronx, New York. And it's funny, I ran into him in London. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to hear his story, because we came from like the same place, and we just connected and we started talking. And I just think that was really cool, And not only that, I have a few more questions for you, but my next question is just like what's one of the best places you traveled to? Because you said you've been to 40 countries, so I just want to know what's your top favorite 5?
Bali would be the first
Number one.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Bali it's got really high vibrations.
Yeah.
People are so warm, so friendly. There's a lot of sense of kindness and warmth in the place. So I always look for that. Like that's important for me. 'Cause I feel like wherever you go, like there's always a cathedral in every city. There's always a tourist attraction. There's always a museum, right? But really, what makes up the city are the people. And if I can interact with them, that's like the best thing for me. And Bali has that. Colombia is a beautiful place. Like Cartagena, Colombia is. People are also very warm there. I tend to like Latin culture. I think they have a lot of. They're really family oriented and really loving, which is a big thing for me. So I would say places like Uruguay, Brazil are top places. Food wise, France. Barcelona, because I'm a bit biased. I lived there for 6 months. But good food there, good nightlife, good beach life. I would say Japan's like the most eccentric. It's so different. It's so like Japan's an interesting country because it's their culture is very suppressive. It's a suppressed culture. So because of that, like our human condition is that still has to come out. You can't suppress your emotions in your mind constantly. So it comes out, and so there's a lot of interesting eccentricities in Japan in their culture, and you'll see that in different stores, the way they dress. Like you have a street in like Harajuku where they all dress up like anime, like Sailor Moon characters.
Oh wow!
And all the girls dress up like that. All the guys dress up in like these black leather, like rock star outfits. And you have a lot of other things, like a lot of interesting things that I think make Japan like a very unique Asian country, because Asians are known to be very conservative, very conservative, and like Japanese culture, while it has that, they have all this art and all these music and film that's very, in a way, I don't want to say out there, but that's the only word that comes out to mind. But in a good way, in an inspiring way.
Nice. I like that. I like that. And what part of Japan is that?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Ah, okay.
You've never been.
I've never been,
go.
but I gotta
This
visit.
is a place, Kamar. This is a very
I
interesting
gotta
place.
visit that. I gotta visit Tokyo.
He's going to Tokyo.
Yeah, that's on the list. Actually, you know what? Okinawa was actually on my list. Like I seen the island and I thought it was pretty cool, and I really wanted to go there. But I'll definitely check out Tokyo. So my next question I have is like, what motivate you to like keep traveling?
Constant adventure. Constant. Just wanna. My friends tell me like, "Hey, Mike, you travel way too much," and I'm like, "It's an addiction."
Yeah.
It's like, how could you not love traveling? How could you not love trying new things? How could you not love new food?
Yeah.
Like meeting new people, new experiences all the time. Like, I'm the type of person that I always need to be moving.
Yeah.
And so like, New York feeds me that sort of variety because it's New York, but the world, it's just like, there's so much to do. I feel like I don't have enough time to meet people, do things like. Next on my list is I want to do those like the wingsuit.
Oh,
The wingsuit
man,
that
would
like
be so dope.
you're flying like this is a mountain. You're like zooming down like that.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
I really
next.
want to do that.
That's like a big thing I want to do. I guess.
So sorry guys, we're gonna cut it short because there's
Cars and traffic.
and we're back. So what was we talking about now? Where did we left off? What motivated you to travel? All right. So meeting new people, the culture, I could definitely relate to that because I think that's one of the many things that motivate me to travel is just the thrill and seeking new adventure and new things. So I think like that's amazing, and I definitely can relate to you on that.
And you learn so much about yourself, through traveling. For me, it's kind of like a therapeutic process, because when you look at how other people live their life, you get inspired to live yours a better way.
Definitely. I like that. What's your motto? Do you have a motto like in terms of when it comes to like traveling, or is just your motto in terms of life?
Yeah, definitely.
It
is.
Like, it's not the generic like YOLO kind of thing, right?
I don't know. It's my motto is I just want to live the fullest, most active life that I possibly can. I think one question I always ask myself is, I believe that there's many universes happening. There's parallel universes happening in our lifetime. So right this moment, for example, or let's go back to when we met.
Yeah. Let's tell the viewers how we met.
He asked if that seat was open next to me at the cafe shop in the airport, and he wanted to charge his phone, and I said, yeah, that's cool, and then we just started chatting. But what if you had decided not to charge at that particular outlet? Or if I had decided, I almost was going to get coffee when I landed in central London. What if I had gotten coffee then and I didn't stop there? Or for whatever reason, you decide to get coffee, but you went somewhere else. Whatever the case may be, we wouldn't be in this version, in this universe, right? All these minute decisions really affect the course of our life. And so it's kind of like what we were talking about before, is I believe in being open, friendly, and positive, having that mindset all the time, because the universe is working in ways to attract what we put out, like we were saying, like we were talking about. And so if you have that openness in making all the minute decisions, even these small decisions every day, throughout the day, you attract the right people and the right things and the right energy. And so like I could be another version of today is me just meeting my friend and have just met her and never have met you. Nor would I've ever had met Volas, you know, or anything that transpired. Oh, watch out, buddy. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. You almost died.
We're on a busy street. It's Brick Lane, and we're in an alley. I thought it would be pretty cool to shoot the video here.
Well, different parallel universes, all based on like what we do or what we decide, right? I could have decided not to say hello.
Yeah,
you know, I was actually trying to figure out like how to get to the airport because I had to meet my friend. But then I was like, hey, like let's just meet for dinner instead because I don't want to rush it. I want to take it easy and relax before I get there. And if I didn't, and I was just like, okay, let's just go meet, and then I would have probably never had a conversation with you. So all these little decisions that we make every day change the course of our lives. And so one of the questions, what I'm trying to get at is that I always ask myself is like, am I living the best version of my life? Because you can always be doing something else, and there's an opportunity cost for us doing what we're doing now. So we're in London, but we could be in Barcelona, or we could be back in New York making music or acting, or we could be in Bali on a beach, right? There's an opportunity cost for everything that we're doing. We could always be doing something else. So it's like, are you living the best version of your life? And I think with that mindset, and the other big one is what we talked about earlier. What would I be doing if I only had 6 months to live? You know, that is, I think, if you talk about people who are like, if people ask, like, if people are talking about motivation, like, there's no bigger motivator than death. Right?
That's true.
When you're told, hey, you're gonna die in 6 months, or hey, you're gonna die in a year, like, there is no bigger motivation to the human being than something like that. And like, I love what you told me about that story of what was his name?
Anthony Burgess, I think. And then I also told him the story of my friend who had cancer and how he overcome cancer. He didn't look at it like it was much. Like, he just continued with his day and just did everything he did, like just like it was just regular. And I asked him, I'm like, how could you just do that? Like, you have cancer. And he just, wait, one more time. And I was just basically telling him, well, he was just basically telling me like he had cancer and there's nothing he can do, so he just want to just continue living his life as he were. And I just thought, like, that was just amazing. And next thing you know, like, he doesn't have cancer anymore, and he went in for his surgery, and now he's cancer free. And I just thought that was like an amazing story. And if he's watching this, I hope to get an interview from him soon. So yeah, I just thought that was like really amazing. It's just all about your perception on life. And if you got this bad news, what would you do today? What would you do tomorrow? What would you do until the day you die? You know, and he just chose to continue living. A lot of people would have probably taken a different route, but it's just how we perceive life at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly. Like how you perceive life. Because what you said earlier really resonates. That your thoughts.
Yeah.
It all begins with your thoughts.
All start with a simple thought, like, you know. And it's just so crazy again how I met Mike. He's a really great guy. You know, I hope to see him again on another trip, and I hope to run into him again too. Like, we exchange contact, but you know, we're travelers, so I might run into him in another country or something like that. That would be so cool. Like, you just never know what the universe has planned, or you just never know what one decision would like dictate to another. So it's crazy. But yeah, Mike, you've been awesome. Thank you so much for this interview, man. Nice to meet you, man. So much. Nice to meet you. All right, guys. Later.